Her friends and neighbors consoled and encouraged her that since it is the norm in their village, she should accept her fate, but she resolved within herself to fight the decision. Hello guys, welcome to Moonlight Tales by Uju. Please subscribe to UJ Moonlight Tales channel, like and share for more interesting tales. Thank you. The title of my tale is The Bride's Choice Dance. In the village of Ode, where customs and traditions were as old as the ancient baobab trees, marriage was never a matter of love, but of status and wealth. Women had little say in whom they marry. Their fathers decide for them. Love had no place in such decisions. Such was the fate that awaited Aduke, the only daughter of Chief Ajaka, the wealthiest man in Ode village. He had promised Aduke's hand in marriage to Chief Jaye, a man thrice her age, but powerful, with many wives, known for his riches, but also for his cruelty. Aduke is a very beautiful maiden. Her heart belonged to Bamidele, a young farmer whose hands were calloused from years of tilling the ground. Though he was poor in material wealth, his spirit was rich, his laughter was full of life, and his love for Aduke pure and unwavering. They had grown up together, stealing moments by the river and sharing whispered dreams beneath the moonlight sky. When Aduke learned of her impending marriage, she wept profusely. Her friends and neighbors encouraged and consoled her that since it is the norm in their village, she should accept her fate, but she resolved within herself to fight the decision. One afternoon, Aduke visited Bamidele, and as they were discussing, he expressed his feelings and worries to her. "I am getting discouraged," he said to her. "Aduke, my love, if the gods do not want us together, I accept it in good faith." Aduke quickly replied to him, "I will challenge it. Let me sleep over it. Tomorrow is the final meeting day between Chief Jaye's family and my father before the marriage ceremony." She then left Bamidele's house. On her way home, she remembered the old stories her grandmother had told her, the tales of the bride's choice dance, an ancient but nearly forgotten custom because only a few brides danced this dance and conquered. If a bride could dance from sunrise to sunset without fluttering, she could be granted the right to choose her own husband. It was a test of endurance of will and of the spirit's favor. She also remembered that her grandmother gave her a magic bead to wear in order to dance without fainting. The magic bead remains a secret that must be passed from generation to generation. On the morning of her wedding day, Aduke dressed in bright beads alongside with her magic bead and a flowing gown with her hair neatly packed. Aduke stood before the gathered elders and the entire village. She raised her voice and declared confidently, "I invoke the right to the bride choice dance. Let the drums be beaten. Let the spirits bear witness." She spoke authoritatively, her expression thoughtful and worried, as though contemplating an important decision. Gasps filled the air. Chief Jaye's face darkened with fury. He said, "This is madness. The custom is no longer practiced." But the elders, bound by the tradition, could not refuse. The head elder nodded solemnly. If she dances until the sun sets, she may choose her own man, her own husband. But if she flutters, she should marry the man her father has chosen for her. And so the drummers began. The rhythm rose like a heartbeat deep, and unrelenting, Aduke began to dance. The sun climbed the sky, and sweat glistened on her brow, but she did not stop. Her feet moved with grace, her arms cut through the air like flowing water. The villagers watched in awe, some whispering that she could never last. Others cheered her, moved by her courage. By midday, her legs trembled, her breath came in ragged grips, but still she danced. Chief Jaye smacked, certain that she could soon collapse. Even Chief Ajaka looked on with great satisfaction. As afternoon waned, Aduke's vision blurred. Pain screamed through her muscles, but she did not yield. She thought of Bamidele and of the future they had dreamt of, and of love that burned brighter than any pain. The spirit of the ancestors seemed to lift her, carrying her steps forward. Then at long last, the sun dipped behind the horizon, painting the sky in the hues of gold and crimson. The drums ceased. Silence filled the village square. Aduke stood, barely able to hold herself upright. Her chest heaved, but her eyes burned with victory. She raised a trembling hand and pointed at Banimdele. "I choose him," she said. A hush fell over the crowd. Chief Ajaka's mouth opened, but no words came. He turned to the elders, but they only nodded. The spirit had spoken through her endurance. To deny her now could be to defy her fate itself. A roar of approval erupted from the villagers. Women ululated in joy, and men clapped their hands. Even Chief Jaye, though enraged, had no choice but to bow to tradition and walk away. Aduke collapsed into Bamidele's arms, her body weak, but her heart triumphant. He held her close, whispering words of love and gratitude. As Aduke rested in Bamidele's embrace, the village elders approached her with admiration in their eyes. The head elder, Chief Obafemi, cleared his throat and spoke. "Aduke, you have done what many thought impossible. Your spirit is strong and your heart is true. You have reminded us of the power of our traditions and the right of a woman to choose her own destiny. For this, the Council of Elders wishes to honor you." The villagers murmured in agreement as Chief Obafemi continued. "From this day forward, let it be decreed that every maiden in Ode community shall have the right to invoke the bride's choice dance should she find herself a betrothed against her will. Let no father or chief override this sacred tradition again." The people erupted into cheers, and women rushed forward to embrace Aduke. Mothers wept tears of joy, knowing their daughters could no longer be bound by unwanted unions. Young girls looked at Aduke with admiration, seeing her as a beacon of hope. Even Bamidele, overwhelmed with emotion, bowed bowed to the elders in gratitude. Chief Jaye's face darkened with fury, turned on his heel, and left the gathering, his power diminished by the voice of tradition. Days after the celebration, Aduke sat with her grandmother, Mama Ireti, under the great baobab tree. The old woman smiled, her wrinkled hands tracing the magic bead that now rested on Aduke's neck. My child, you have proven yourself worthy of the ancestors' blessings. The bead is more than just magic. It carries the strength of all the women who came before you. It must be guarded well. Aduke nodded solemnly. I will protect it, Mama, and one day I will pass it to my daughter, just as you did for me. Mama Ireti chuckled softly. You have learned well, Aduke, but remember, true power does not lie in the bead alone, but in the courage of the one who wears it. At that moment, a soft wind rustled the leaves of baobab tree, carrying with it the whispered blessings of the ancestors. Aduke closed her eyes, feeling the warmth of their approval. As the sun set over Ode village, Aduke and Bamidele walked hand in hand, ready to embrace the future they had fought so hard to claim. Their love had not only changed their lives, but also reshaped the destiny of countless generations to come. From that day forth, the bride's choice dance became a renewed tradition in Ode community, a symbol of woman's right to choose her own path. And Aduke and Bamidele, bound by love and strength, lived as proof that true love is worth every struggle, every battle, every step of the dance. Aduke's secret bead remained with her until she passed it on to her own daughter, and it became a legacy. Dearly lovely viewers and friends, this is the end of my story. This shows that societal norms can change when individuals stand up for what is right. It also teaches that persistence and determination can lead to success even in the face of great difficulty. Please remember to hit the notification bell for more interesting tales. Always share and like my stories. Your opinions are welcome on the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you again on my next tale. Bye for now.